Radio presents Beyond the Bleachers. Here's your hosts, Jay Lew and Hugh.
What's up? What's up? How everybody doing today?
All right.
Real colorful, man. Colorful.
Colorful, huh?
For sure.
Oh man.
That's funny.
How was the weekend?
It was hell for me. I had to work on Sunday. You know, it's all good though.
Oh, that's some bull crap.
I didn't really do nothing. Went and saw somebody, a friend of ours from McKenzie, dad performed down at PJ Logger House. Cool. And some live music is always nice.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah,
what you do, Jay?
I want to go see Logan.
How was it?
That movie was off the chain, man. Oh my goodness.
I heard people preferred that over the new John Wick movie.
Yeah, everybody was saying that. You know what? I still haven't went to go see the new John Wick movie yet for some reason. I don't know why. I think the week before, my daughter and I wanted to go see Get Out first, and then this week, you know, Logan was the big movie, so I'm like, man, we should just go ahead and see Logan, you know. So yeah. But they almost. I hope ain't nobody listening. Like that, but they almost got the John Wick movie a real good copy on Cody. So
yeah, you know I might Cody it up there, brother.
That's what I'm saying,
right,
man. I done already watched half a Fist Fight already, and that's a good copy on there. So I mean, sometimes I take it to the bootleg. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I gotta take it to the bootleg. I'll be having time no more like I used to. You know what I'm saying? Because like on the weekends, I be wanting to rest. So, you know, I'll probably get out later on that Saturday night or something like that, or Sunday or something. And I'll try to just rest up for work on Mondays. So I don't be really having time to get out like that, you know what I'm saying, no more. But, sure, you got the bootlegs, though.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Boys be powerful.
Yeah,
I only go to the show if it's in 3D.
I don't like 3D.
If it's not 3D, you're not going to catch me.
I can only do 3D so many times, Monique. My eyes, like I be having to pull the glasses up sometimes, man. I don't know what's wrong with my eyes.
That's old age, man.
The closest I can go to that crap is Pixar, man. You know, the little kid movies, man. I don't like the 3D. I was watching, what was the last movie I watched in 3D? The Final Destination one, the final chapter, I guess. Oh, man, it was killing me, man. Yeah, I don't be caring about them knives and shit coming at me like they about to stab me, you know what I'm saying? We already paranoid, you know, about horror movies and stuff, but yeah, I ain't like that. The knives and stuff coming at me at the screen, bro. Well, baby, I wasn't liking that one. I was paranoid. I'm jumping and shit. People looking at me like, smoke this dude. I'm like, yeah, 3D no more.
Yeah,
like my first 3D movie was Avatar. So I'm sitting there, I'm like, what is this? I'm like, wait, there's something falling from the... Yeah, I look like... Yeah, they was like, look, my son was like, Mom, stop. I'm like, but it's the fire. Yeah. But I mean, everything else, like Cody, I can just watch it at home.
Pretty
comfort of
my
own
home. I like quality. Like quality of stuff. I can't watch when people get up, go get popcorn. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody, you hear somebody in the background getting the last life out of their Slurpee. I want quality when I watch those, you know what I'm saying, those type of movies. So I like a digital copy or like an enhanced copy of it. Like Fist Fight is real enhanced. So you can't, you know what I'm saying, you can't hear nothing. You don't see nobody else. You know, nobody getting up, putting their feet up on the damn seats or nothing. You don't see that. So, you know, you just see the movie is good quality, sound, all that stuff. So, yeah, you got to take it back to the hood sometime, man, and pull out the bootleg, man, and catch it. You know, keep up on the current stuff. Got to take it.
Thank
back.
God for the bootleggers. We got all the bootleggers out there too, you know.
But yeah, man, we got a full show today. I thought last week was my last week hosting. Yep,
I don't remember that conversation. That's alternative fact.
You still about to host after I do this rundown, though. I know that you about to host.
I mean, yeah,
show I did last week.
Look, we
man,
make sure no alternative facts on here. Like
women. Anyway,
but I love you.
I love you too, Monique. You know that we've been family. We've been family for what, over about 20, almost 20 years.
Going on 20 years.
20. Yeah. But I'm sorry. Everybody, welcome to the Bleacherz. We got sidetracked. We was talking about movies and all that stuff. I hope everybody is everybody had a good weekend. You know, cool, mellow weekend like we did. Hope ain't nobody had to work like Hugh ass. Hugh, man, I had to work on the day of Sunday. But
it was terrible.
Yeah. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Hope everybody enjoyed their work day today. Got this Monday over with because Mondays are always tough after the weekend. But hopefully we can lighten the mood, man. Bring y'all some laughs, some good sports information, sports talk. So it's myself, Hugh, and Monique here, Mo. As she wants to call, I'm calling her Monique. I already told her that. But yeah, we here for y'all this week. I was actually getting a lot of messages about last week, man. Everybody was finding our conversation very, very interested. So hey, hopefully we can keep it up. We can expand our fan base and
Why tell your friends.
Right. I'm looking to it. But I'm gonna give a quick rundown of the topics, man. We got some like two. Well, like two kind of important topics. I wouldn't say they're political, but they're more of dealing not just in sports, but what's going on outside of sports, but dealing with sports figures or whatever. So I know everybody already know who Colin Kaepernick is. He made a big splash last year. NFL season, San Francisco 49ers former quarterback. I mean, he opted out of his contract, but he was kneeling last year during the national anthem. This year he's like, nah. This year he's like, well, yeah, I'm gonna do it now. I'm gonna stand up now, whatever. And everybody's calling him a phony, a fake. His protest was for nothing, that type of stuff. And we're going to be discussing if he's just doing this because, he wants to get on the team, he's a free agent, stuff like that. And he was saying he wouldn't stop kneeling until he raised more awareness for what he was kneeling for, which was, stuff going on different in the black community with the police, doing treating us different, stuff like that. So, that's the question. Does it make you look fake? Does it not? Is he within his rights to change his mind? Whatever. Then we're going to be talking about Baylor's women's head coach, the women's basketball coach, Kim Mulkey. She was under scrutiny early last week, for some things she said at a Baylor's women's game. Before the game, she was down talking people who was talking about the university and saying they wouldn't send their daughters there or whatever. And now this is amidst the sexual assault stuff, sexual misconduct stuff that was going on within the football team to young women on campus. the coach resigned, the president got fired, the AD got fired, all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because they were withholding information about these young ladies' safety and, you know, the young ladies getting sexually assaulted, stuff like that. So we're going to be talking about that stuff. Then we're going to be talking about Kevin Durant, him being hurt. He's out indefinitely until, you know, they can get more x-rays on him and stuff. And they say maybe back by the playoffs. So what this means for the Golden State Warriors for the rest of the regular season going into the playoffs. We're going to be discussing O.J. Simpson. He up for parole this year. So we're going to talk about his ass and whether or not we think he should get out or not on parole. We're going to be talking about the NFL Combine. Is it really necessary for the teams to evaluate players before the draft like that with like workouts and all that stuff? Is there another way they can do it? And I added a topic later on. Hopefully we can get to it. The referees in all sports, have they been given too much control by leagues and stuff like that? Because the referees can't change the game. So that's what we're going to be talking about. I made it sound like a lot, but because I wanted to be informative, but I made it sound like a lot, but it's not too much. So from here, Monique going to take it. You're going to take it over, Monique.
Hey, it's Mo. So I wanted to talk about, first I want to talk about the referee thing. And that's because when I got the text, you know, last minute, Larry, thanks for that.
Whatever.
I was like, oh man, like the refs do something. Now I don't know about in all sports, but I know in football. When I thought of that, I just went to the Detroit Lions. Like how many times we get played by the refs. Like I'm not a big Lions fan, but go Detroit. But it's like, wow, like, come on, y'all don't even give them a chance. It's just like, all right, if the Lions coming, so how many times we go screw them over this time? And I was just reading something, and they were saying that against the Packers in Week 3, the Van Lawson was flagged for pass interference, right? So then they say the league contacted him later talking about, oh, no, you didn't actually commit a pass interference. What? So you get a phone call, but they win the game? Like, come on now, that's not right. Like, what you mean after the fact? It don't matter now. The game is over.
Pretty much.
They do that in
like,
the NBA
come
too.
on now. Like, that's ridiculous. I mean, I've seen in NBA, like, the Michael Jordan rule. Like, Jordan can do no wrong. Now they got the LeBron and they got the Kobe. Like, come on, y'all. Like, let these people play. They got the skill. Let them play. Don't cheat them. Stop lining your pockets and be fair to these teams. So, Hugh, do you think the refs have too much influence? Oh.
I definitely have to. And I'm about to go on an NBA tip, man. We know the whole Bad Boys 2.0 scandal, what was going on with the Rasheed Wallace when he was saying that he thought that the refs had an agenda against them. And I was like, man, I think Rasheed's just talking too much. He's paranoid and he needs to shut his loud ass up because he's already costing us too many games and we're getting in too much trouble with the referees. You know, we started to become whiners at that point, and we were trying to make ourselves a force again and to be a team to be reckoned with. Besides the whole, you know, Palace debacle thing. But, yeah, I really feel like that was messed up. I know we all know about this. Definitely you, Mo, and James, and my boy Quincy out there. What's up, Q? I know you listen to the producer. It was really messed up for us at that time, too, because at first when Rasheed said that, we laughed, and I was like, man, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But then when we found out that referee quit, and we found out that when they were playing the Spurs that time, and we seen like the whole thing with the Nets when they won the first game against San Antonio. This like way back, you know, and they were like, well, the Nets have a chance to win now. That the fact they won the first game, And then the ref, I forgot the guy's name, and he was like, "Oh, really? You really think that the Nets go in? We'll see about that." The Nets didn't win a damn game after that. And I forgot the game that it was against us, man, but it really hurt us several times when Rasheed said the refs are against us, and that's the reason why we're not winning the games. But that guy ended up being in trouble with the league because he was betting on games, and he was betting against the teams that he didn't like, and the Pistons so happened to be one of the teams that he really took, through the bringer. And we had so many problems with this guy as far as the ref, and I'm not even thinking nothing of it at first until he retired, and then they said, oh, man, this guy was betting on games. He bet on finals. He was betting on playoff series. And I said, oh, man, that's pretty messed up because that means we had opportunities to win games, and we couldn't because the referee put the game in his hands. But we're going to talk about, too, this is the last thing I got to mention, was when the Dallas Mavericks played Miami Heat. James, we talk about this on the regular sometimes because we're pretty shocked about the shit, man, because this is supposed to be professional sports. Man, we remember that game. We remember that series, Bo, where Miami Heat won from the damn line because they called everything on Dallas. And D-Wade set that line, and he just had a free throw fest and won the championship for damn free throws. So, yeah, sometimes I feel like the refs take too much advantage of their jobs, and it's a joke and it's a mockery. The NBA, as far as when Rasheed said what he said about the refs, I didn't believe it at first until the guy quit, and then they said that he's not allowed to coach again because of all the things that he did and the betting on the games. But then you turn around and you look up, and then you see things like what happened all around the league now. Man, it happens in football too. We ain't gonna talk. We don't want to get with that Hail Mary situation with Green Bay and Seattle. It was a lot of games that were determined because of the referees. And then, like I said, they'd be like, okay, yeah, we stand by our call. Then, they know they messed up an hour, maybe half hour later, you'll see them putting something on the news like ESPN or whatnot. Yeah, it was a bad call. We use poor judgment. Like you said, by that time, shit, it's over with. Why are you bringing it up now? Mm-hmm. Right. When the game is in the record book. So, yeah, I feel like sometimes they abuse that power. And we need somebody like in between, and the refs sometimes will disagree with each other, which I'm cool with that. But for the most part, if you're the senior ref, you got to bow down sometimes to that guy if he make a call. And I feel like it should be somebody there to monitor the senior ref, too, if they feel like his call was bad,
Yeah. Is it my turn?
Oh, yeah. Go ahead, Jay.
Monique don't like me today. I see that right now.
I do. I didn't know if he was finished. I was giving him.
She's still mad at me from last week by saying women,
let's not talk about that
and all that stuff. She mad about that.
Yeah, I like that topic. That was the best topic we had.
We got. I'm gonna just sit here and be polite and silent.
Whatever, Monique. Y'all can. I know the people out there feel that tension. She over there just. I want him to say something else. Watch. Next topic, he better not. But
you silly.
Man, these referees. I feel like first of all, Monique, you was mentioning that after the fact, the refs will go public. They'll talk to a reporter and say, "Oh yeah, he didn't foul the guy at the last second," or "Yeah, he didn't do that. He didn't hold the dude. After that, that was a bad call and whatever." But you like, no, we just lost the Super Bowl off that call, or we just lost this important game that could have got us into the NBA playoffs, or whatever. And I remember, I want to say sometime last year or so, early last year, I watched a video about the referee that Hugh was talking about, Tim Donahue. And Donahue, you know, he was caught for betting on games and all this type of stuff or whatever. And he was going in depth about everything that the refs do. The refs, he said was one instance where they were reffing a game, and these two refs were talking about Allen Iverson, and they were saying how Allen Iverson be crying about stuff, and you know he real aggressive and challenging calls and stuff like that, and they was like, he a crybaby. You know, we not gonna give him no calls. We ain't gonna give him no calls today. We're gonna let it go. And that game, they were showing clips from that game, and Allen Iverson was getting mauled in the game, and the refs wasn't calling it or nothing. Allen Iverson was mad and all this stuff. And that goes to show that some of these refs, they're human. They don't take professionalism into every single game and be neutral. I'll be honest, it'll be hard for me to separate my fan, you know what I'm saying, me being a fan of the Detroit Pistons if I had to ref a playoff game with the Pistons in it. It would be hard. And I grew up a Pistons fan all my life, you know, or a Detroit Lions fan or whatever the cause may be. You know, so I think that they do need some type of background check with refs, and when they mess up, they need to be reprimanded publicly for it. You know what I'm saying? They don't need to, you know, something behind the scenes or something like that. They need to get fined just like a player will get fined. And I think too, what would help out in that is they need a replay system. They really do. They need a replay system, and they need a challenge system as well. You know what I'm saying? So, is somebody watching a damn horror movie in the background?
I was wondering, like, what is that?
Somebody watching Psycho, Jeepers Creepers or something. But yeah, they need to be reprimanded, and they need some kind of, I think in the NBA too, just like the NFL. I mean, the NFL can challenge, but I feel like you should be able to challenge anytime you want to. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know they do it like that so they can, you know what I'm saying, so the game won't be too slow. But damn that, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you feel like a play is ridiculous, you should be able to try to challenge it because there is human error. We see that in baseball all the time.
Right.
Like they took away Galarraga's no-hitter. You know what I'm saying? With the Tigers. They took his no-hitter away. Like, clearly dude was out, and they took it away. So I feel like they do have too much influence over everything that goes on with. They got too much power. I seen Joey Crawford tech Tim Duncan up while Tim Duncan was on the bench laughing. He was just laughing. And Joey Crawford turned around and teched him up, threw him out the game. Like, that's too much power. And you can't do nothing to the ref. You know what I'm saying? You can't do nothing. You can't get up and slap them or, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Box them out to the point, you know what I'm saying, throw an elbow or play physical with them. You can't do nothing with them. You got to take what they give you. I've seen a dude, you know, because basketball, football, they're emotional sports. So I've seen guys, you know, get a call on them or, you know, whatever, make a big play and they, you know, throw their hands up or whatever, and they just tech them up. You're like, man, you can't take the emotion out of the game like that.
Right.
That's ridiculous. You know what I'm saying? So I think they have way too much power, and something really needs to be done about it because these athletes, you know, they bust their butts out here, and they work too damn hard for some little referees to, you know, be taking stuff away. It's a difference from doing your job as a ref and being taking control over something. And I've seen referees take control over a whole basketball or football game. Like, the players be scared to play. They be like, man, we don't even, you know what I'm saying? They gonna call some shit or whatever wins, whatever. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even going hard because we keep getting called. And like I said, who's to say this dude? They were saying with the Michigan game, Michigan-Ohio State game, two of those referees were from Ohio. How can you let that happen?
Right, you need like out of state. You need like Wisconsin and Florida referees.
I would agree.
Everybody
definitely be neutral.
Exactly.
Right, you need a neutral referee in that game.
And, you know,
because the Michigan-Ohio thing is crazy.
Yeah, they do that. They do that in the bowl games. So I don't know why they wouldn't do that in the big rivalry games and stuff like that. Bring, you know, a different conference of referees over, you know, referees from the Pac-12 that don't know nothing about the rivalry at Michigan and Ohio State. Instead of putting, you know, 2 or 3 Michigan refs in the game, or putting, you know, 2 or 3 Ohio refs in the game, it's gonna be kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? Unless one team just pull away, but if it's a close game, you best to believe they're gonna call some garbage. you know, so yeah, they got too much for, and they need to get fined for that crap.
Like one ref in particular, before we switch, is Jeff Triplett. When in the NFL, like him and his team are the most penalty calling teams, and he is one of the most bad calling refs ever. Like, like, dude, you the reason that players be ready to go get the ref. Like, how you I was just reading, like, this man call plays that's not there. He do stuff. It's like, why you? What you mean? Like, you're not even making sense. Like, but anyway, my favorite referee is Ed Hockley. Booyah, that's my boy.
I like Ed Hockley. Yeah.
I'm saying he's the man, man. He like. Ed, did you know he was a lawyer?
No,
I thought he was a judge. I thought it was a judge.
No, he a lawyer. He in the
a lawyer.
He he in a firm.
He looked like a football player too, man. He chilled.
Man, he do. But imagine going to court and you sitting there. I'd be like, you know what, I did it. I don't even know what he can do to me. But forget it, Judge.
He about 50-some years old, cocky to the mud.
Right. He's big. But okay, so now we about to jump ship. We about to head to the Warriors Nation.
Oh.
And the whole Kevin Durant being out, possibly 4 weeks?
Yeah.
They say in 4 weeks they're going to check him up.
Yeah.
Do a checkup and see how he going to do. They hoping by April 12th they find a regular season game that he can play. But, you know, fingers crossed. So my question is, do you think that with him being out, that will drastically change the Warriors' chances of continuing to win, continuing to be number one? James?
I think it won't hurt them as much in the regular season. They have become used to playing with him, but you got to remember, void of about 2 players from last year's team that's not there this year because of Kevin Durant, that team went 73-9 last year in the regular season. So they still have a strong nucleus of players that know how to win, know what they need to do, and plus they run a system. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes the system runs itself. Just like San Antonio never falls off. San Antonio never falls off, no matter who retired. Like Tim Duncan retired last year. They fall off? Did they fall off?
Not at all.
They ain't fall off. They plugged some people in there, and that system runs itself. Steve Kerr is a product of the San Antonio, coaching family or whatever. So he knows how to run a system. He knows how to put the players in the right position for them to win. Now, going into the playoffs, that's a whole different ball game because the intensity picks up, and then it's more. The game is slowed down more, so you need your half-court scorers. You need guys who can create matchup issues and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because you have breaks in between, so teams can rest up more. You're not doing the back-to-backs type thing or whatever. So the Warriors should probably catch a couple teams in the regular season on a back-to-back, stuff like that or whatever. But in the playoffs, it's a little different. Houston and San Antonio are waiting. They're very good teams. You know what I'm saying? They can Golden State can get to like the Western Finals. If they don't have to run into Houston, I think Houston would be dangerous for them because they play like the same style. So without Kevin Durant, I think Houston would be dangerous. Now, if you get to the Western Finals and have to meet San Antonio, I don't think there's no way they could beat San Antonio without Kevin Durant. So will it hurt them as much in the regular season? I don't think so. Will it hurt them in the playoffs and potentially winning the championship against Cleveland or even getting there, getting past a San Antonio or Houston? That's going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, Hugh, what you think?
I definitely think now they're vulnerable because...
Hold on right quick. Hold on. Did you see how fast Monique asked you for your opinion on this one? She didn't even ask me the last time. It was just say it.
I was going to ask you, but I didn't know if he was fit.
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear that,
this.
Monique.
Don't do this.
I don't want to hear that. Yeah, man. Hugh.
This will be. It'll be Mo and Hugh, and I'll let you jump in every once in a while. Like, you don't do that.
Yeah.
But anyway,
her opinion. Even when she asked me first, she was like, James. I'm like, oh, okay. Damn.
Oh my goodness.
Go ahead, Hugh.
I really think that
Take your underoos off, man.
Definitely gonna hurt them
the
because of the fact that I love my man, KD, man. Him being on that team, man, definitely helped them out a little more. It made Seth Curry and my man Clay a little bit more relaxed, man. They already have another MVP player on the team now. They have Seth and they have Durant, and the way they spread and contribute the ball and the way they distribute and just him fitting along in their system really helped them tremendously. When he got hurt, I was a little surprised because I'm like, damn, they won and broke the record of wins without Kevin Durant. What's making them struggle right now? They had that other person that they relied on in that team chemistry, and once you took that away, that hurt them because it's not like even if my man Draymond step up a little bit more, it wouldn't help because how much of a void it left with Kevin Durant not being on the team right now. Now, the April 12th, once he, get reevaluated to check and see what's going on, they're going to hope that he'll be okay. Maybe they send him out, even if he is for, okay, that's the end of the season. Let's get us ready for the playoffs. But San Antonio was only like 4 games back, and they lost a few games, man. So I know they're getting closer to, trying to take their spot. They really need Kevin Durant back, like you said, for that dangerous Spurs team, man. You got a healthy Paul Gasol and you got a healthy Aldridge. LaMarcus Aldridge, I felt like he should be playing a little better. I thought he played better when he was with Portland. But those two guys together, the 7-footers, would definitely bring problems. And they got a really good team with Danny Green, and, you got Patty Mills, Tony Parker, Ginobili, looking like Valky from Perfect Strangers. You got tons of talent on that team. And then you look at it, too, and you have that Houston Rockets team where you can easily say if the MVP is not Russell, you can say that it's my man's Bill Cosby. a.k.a. James Harden. I look at him, man, and seeing his game, he stepped up everything. That team's playing better, too. The person who surprised me really on that team, though, had to be Clint Capella, because I didn't think he was going to be that good. I thought he was going to be okay, but he stepped his game up every year, and that became a product of James Harden leadership. So, yeah, those are two teams you need to watch out for if they don't have a healthy KD, man. And it's vital to them right now because I don't think they can win another championship or go on a good championship run without him.
Okay. So they're saying that they're going to sign Matt Barnes.
They already did.
I didn't even know he still played basketball, or they already did, however it works out. But I didn't even know he still played basketball. Like,
Last time I heard, police looking for his ass.
Right, like, what is that? Like, I mean, can Matt Barnes play basketball? Is he good?
Nope.
I mean, Matt Barnes could play, but I think right now they're using him just, they're just using him to plug him in right now so they won't lose, I guess, too much. You know what I'm saying? So he'll plug in, and I think he'll actually help them out in the playoffs because he plays a certain brand of defense, you know, that they need on that team and some toughness to go with Draymond. Like, Draymond won't be on his own because Matt Barnes is a thug, too. Like, he a real thug. Like, Matt Barnes is a real thug. Like, he done did some stuff. Like, he done put in some work. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, any dude with neck tattoos and tattoos behind their ear and all that shit, like, them type of cats, you know what I'm saying, that, you know, they done did some stuff. Like, people want to pay attention to Aaron Hernandez. You know, we ain't pay too much attention to him. But this dude had tats on his, on his temple and all types of crap. You know what I'm saying? We ain't paying no attention to that. And come to find out, he done killed about 5-6 people. You know what I'm saying? So, it's like, you got to, and they light-skinned, too. He light-skinned, and, you know, I don't know, man. You know, I think Matt Barnes is a viable option right now just to stand in. But I think the Warriors know that they got kind of a leg up on the competition this season. So I think it comes down to them probably just giving Kevin Durant some rest. You know what I'm saying? He probably not that hurt.
Only 4 games behind them.
Yeah, but I think a number 1 seed isn't really that important like that. I mean, you get home court, but the Warriors get road team. So, I mean, hey,
it don't matter where they go, where they at.
Yeah, it don't really matter. They're dangerous either way. You know, they're dangerous either way. But I think they're going to try to draw this out as long as they can and try to – don't be surprised if you see Kevin Durant like the last week of the season. Like, if the Spurs do, like, if they really want that home court and the Spurs be like, you know what I'm saying, okay, we a half game back or 1 game back or whatever and try to overtake them, yeah, I wouldn't doubt if you see Kevin Durant come out and look like he ain't missed a beat because he got a grade 2 MCL sprain. So that's pretty much a swollen tendon. You know what I'm saying? Ligament. Swollen ligament. You know, so it's severely swollen. So he has to rehab. You know what I'm saying? It has to heal. Has to rehab. It's quick rehab. It's not, you know, extensive rehab or nothing like that, like a tear or anything. But, you know, I mean, they got state-of-the-art freaking doctors. So how bad could he really be hurt if he didn't tear nothing? You know,
So, like, but last year how Steph was hurt, like, and he came back, that affected his playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Durant come back and it's right at playoffs, you think he'd be ready? You know what I'm saying? Like, or is that going to take him downhill?
They better hope so that he's ready because they definitely need that man right now. Definitely how we've been seeing them struggle. We never really seen Golden State struggle like that, but they lost the 2 games in a row. A lot of people said that's going to be something that won't happen this year. And I'm like, well, yeah, I see them probably falling off a game, and then, you know, they, you know, get themselves back together and remember that loss and focus on, you know, making no mistakes and playing better basketball the next game. But I really thought that they were going to lose back-to-back at one point, but they barely ended up winning the game when I was like, man, they're really struggling without KD, and they really need him right now. I just believe his presence right now, because that's the thing with Draymond. I'm getting back on him, too. He's like their vocal leader, and we've talked about that previously. And I just feel like now he needs to step his game up, because remember last year, Mo and Jay, he basically stepped his game up when Steph Curry was out, and that's what made them, you know, feel more comfortable with him not being there, because Draymond took on so big of a role. But now he's not really taking up that role. It's like he needs to step his game up right now when KD's not there, because remember, this is the same team that broke the Chicago Bulls regular season record last year. There's not no pushover team. It's just, I feel like, without the scoring, which they started to rely too much on, I believe, with Kevin Durant, that this is starting to become an issue now with that team, because I just feel like right now this is the time when Draymond to take full advantage, try to step in and be, you know, a person on offensive end and still do his job on the defensive end. That's why I feel like a lot of the trouble is coming from now, is because him really needing to step his game up in this position. Definitely right now. And, you know, this state, because they're vulnerable, because I'm going to check the stats, but I really think San Antonio is close. If not, they're neck and neck with them. They're probably a game or two out, but then they're close enough to get in that, you know, lead, or, you know, trying to win and have the best seed. And if they get the best seed in San Antonio, you got to go there. It's a possibility to Golden State may be able to do something when Durant come back, but it's going to be harder, and that's what we were just explaining. It'll really be hard for them to go in San Antonio or to go to Houston and try to win.
Well, wish them luck. So let's talk about something. I don't know. It's kind of funny to me, the whole situation. OJ, parole.
No.
Now,
okay.
I say it's funny, but I don't think OJ should be in jail that long. And I hope he gets parole. Let that man, leave him alone. Just let him go. Just leave him alone. Let him get out of jail. He ain't about to do nothing. He's 70 years old. What are you going to do? Right, just let OJ chill. Make a movie or something. Naked Gun 75.
Hey,
and just relax.
He dudes up at 62.
That was 62. He didn't hit nobody. He just wanted his stuff back. Just leave OJ alone. He done been through enough. Leave him alone. Do y'all think he should be paroled? Hugh?
I don't feel safe with that dude right now, man. After what we heard that last time when he was trying to get his stuff back, I think the thugs, I never thought I'd see that side of him. You know, me and Jay always talk about the Naked Gun movies, and we laugh and joke about how silly OJ was and how we felt like he was cool. He just wanted to be accepted then, I believe, as far as a white audience. But, you know, we ain't fooled by that. You know, the actual blindfolds was took away from our eyes when we heard that. You know, I was like, man, is this really the OJ on Naked Gun, Jay? The one like, y'all fucking with? This is the juice, motherfucker. You fucking with the juice. I heard that, Jay. I don't think that fool should be out of jail no time soon, man. You know, he got to do something, man. He probably got to make a book or two, you know, or do something. I don't know, man. Maybe this year being paroled is a little too soon for me, because OJ being on the streets right now, I'm going to be honest with you. As a black man, I don't feel safe.
What? You gonna take his stuff? Just don't take OJ's stuff. Just leave his stuff alone.
I'm trying to get a little heat off of Jay, man. I just want to say something to protect my boy. I don't want the tension in the room anymore, Mo.
I don't have no tension. Don't feed into his alternative facts. Do not feed into his alternative facts.
I know
that is not the way to go. Look, James, what you think?
Oh man, Whew, hold on. You got me over here cracking up, man. Talking about OJ like that, man. Well, I want to encourage everybody, even you guys, if you haven't watched it, watch OJ Made in America. That's 30 for 30. It's very, very informative, and you don't get a lot of information from other sources like you would from this documentary. Like, this documentary is so detailed with everything, just how he grew up, who he aspired to be, and stuff like that. You know, I remember him telling somebody, "I ain't black, I ain't white, I'm OJ." like what's
he orange.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what are you talking about, OJ? Like, what are you talking about? You know,
yeah,
so
that's ridiculous.
I think, and I think that what he went through and stuff like that growing up, and being the celebrity that he was in college, and being in the pros, and being, you know, movies and all that stuff, whatever, it made him naive to what the world is like, I think. And I think when it comes down to it, he's not in jail for that, what he did. He's
in jail for the murder.
We could sit up here and all day, you know, for that you know, thing he did at the hotel room, you know, yeah, I mean, you know, OJ was something. No. That we know damn well OJ is not in jail for that. They set him up, they railroaded the hell out of him, and they got him for getting off of that murder. You know what I'm saying? And that's why he's in jail. Just like you said, Monique, he shouldn't be in jail for that damn long for that. The people,
right.
the people who was winning, out. They're out of jail. They are out of jail. And if you look at his record, he was acquitted for the murder. That means you have nothing on your record, right? Am I right? You have no felony murder. None of that stuff. None of that on your record. Only thing I think he had was like some domestic stuff or whatever. But I'm gonna tell you this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. As a black man, as black men, black people, period, black men, black women, you know, our young black men, our young black women. When you're at a certain point in your life where you get naive to the fact that white America won't do anything to you, you get your head out the clouds, because it's only a matter of time. They'll knock you back down and let you know what I'm saying, who you are and what color you are. I bet you OJ say he's black now. I bet you any amount of money that. I bet you he won't just say, I'm OJ. No, I'm a black man. And you know what I'm saying? I bet you he's black now. You know, so I think personally that OJ should be released. You know what I'm saying? I'm on the difference of opinion of Hugh. I think he should be released. You know what I'm saying? I think he was pissed off about everything. But I do agree with one thing Stephen A. Smith has said. I don't agree with him saying don't let OJ out. But I think he should get out. But I think OJ brought this on himself, because him being getting off with that murder, white America was pissed.
Was watching him. They was just waiting for him to do something.
Oh, Monique, they were pissed. And you're right. They were waiting on him. That's why I think they set him up and they railroaded him. They're like,
that's what they said. And during the trial, they said that the FBI agent felt like the tape recording that they had was something was wrong with it. It was over-recorded. He was like, it was sections missing and all this other stuff. It's like, wait. And then, but nobody wants to hear that. It's just, OJ, he got away with killing 2 Caucasians and that was it. All he had to do is do a civil lawsuit. Okay, we gonna get him for this. We gonna throw everything we can at this man. And that's what they did.
Yeah.
And it's not fair. He should be leave him alone.
Yeah,
he get longer time than people that kill cops. Or like, come on, y'all. What do you mean, huh? Like,
right.
Like the people that killed Malice Green, them cops that killed Malice Green, they ain't get 33 years.
Man.
Like, what do you mean, this man? What? He ain't shooting nobody. He ain't pistol whipping nobody.
Right.
Like, come on now. Y'all just trying to get him.
They gave him 33 years.
Right.
A possible 33 years. And he done did what, 8?
Yeah.
Already? 8. And now he up for parole. Let that man out. Let him out. Like you said, Monique, he a granddaddy. Let that granddaddy up out of jail. he you know what I'm saying? He know it. Y'all done got him now. He know he black.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like y'all couldn't prove nothing with the case. Let it go. Like
right.
Let that go. And that's why he's in jail. He not in jail for that little crap that happened in Vegas, man. They could have gave OJ like 2 years and been like, all right, man, go ahead about your business. I mean, a possible 33. They could look at him and be like, well, yeah, whatever. Yeah, you did this, you did that, whatever. Back in jail. And you know what I'm saying? He got to serve another whatever. We have continue this in 4 years. Like, damn, yeah, so it's all personal. They should let OJ out. I think he should get out.
Yeah, hashtag free OJ.
That's right.
Even though he would be scared walking down the street. Because OJ might jump out the bush and get him or something. You know, yeah. I don't know where that came from. Like he just be stalking in the trees, waiting on people. Like, oh yeah, I'm getting him.
Probably. I can see that. I can see that, Mo.
You can.
I really think that they're trying to do that, though. To be honest with you, just keep that guy, because they couldn't find nothing on him in that murder trial. That was one of the main reasons they wanted him to. But like Jay said, it didn't help that he was being ignorant too, and kind of fell into their little trap.
Yeah, he should have just stayed under the radar too. I do agree with what Stephen A. said with that. He should have just stayed under the radar, faded into the background, and just said, "Y'all ain't gonna hear from me no more." Like, no more. Because they was asking us that they were mad. The America was mad. They was pissed.
They didn't like that.
I'm surprised they didn't riot like we did when them cops got off of Rodney King. I'm surprised that didn't happen.
Well, they wanted to.
Them good old boys didn't come out and, it's some bitch. And then, I'm surprised.
Right.
That didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? I'm so surprised that didn't happen. But I mean, they
catch us.
Right, we gonna catch us.
Yeah.
Leave that man alone, y'all. God. My boy OJ, free the juice. Free the juice. He prune juice now, but free him.
Right.
When you say that, man, I don't feel safe.
See?
You cut it out, man.
Oh, man. We gonna get you an OJ bodyguard, okay?
Pretty much.
Oh, God.
I'm thankful.
Hugh Fuller, man. What we got next, Mo?
So last week we talked about somebody putting their foot in their mouth, right? Mr.
Yep. Go on with this.
Hey, what was his name? That's what I said. I forgot that boy's name. Oh, Jay, what was the guy's name? Jameson. Jameson? Yes.
Yeah, Mr. Winston.
Put his foot in his mouth about the little girls being silent and polite. Had to turn around and apologize. So now we got somebody else putting their foot in their mouth.
Oh.
Miss Kim Mulkey, the head coach, women's basketball coach at Baylor, said about parents not being feeling safe about their kids going to Baylor because of all the scandals, okay? So, first, the scandal. For years, sexual assault has been happening at Baylor, and it's just been covered up or pushed under the rug, or somebody might get suspended, but whatever. There's nothing really been happening. So now that it's a whole lot out there, coaches are in trouble, assistant coaches and all of that, I guess parents of daughters don't really want their kids going, don't want their daughters going there. So she felt that at her 500th game win, she felt this was the time to say that if somebody's around you and they ever say, I will never send my daughter to Baylor, you knocked them right in the face. Because these kids are on this campus, referring to the team and the people in the audience. I work here, my daughter went to school here, and it's the best damn school in America. So, do you think that her comments, I mean, what do you think of her comments, James?
I think her comments were absolutely stupid. I don't know what the hell she was even thinking, saying something like that when the seriousness of these allegations. How would you dare say, if somebody said they don't want to send their daughter to Baylor University, you hit them in the face? They raping people up there. And
right.
The administration, the people that we put are the parents. I have a daughter. You know what I'm saying? And I'm putting my daughter in the administration's hands. Right? So anything happen up there to my little girl, you guys are supposed to police that. You guys are supposed to look into that and fix it. Right? Because I can't legally, I can't do anything to retaliate. So I'm trying to help you guys. I'm putting you guys in a position to protect my child. So you got over 52 acts of rape in the last 3 years at Baylor. What about the young ladies that you coach? What about the other young ladies that's, on the cheerleading squad, the gymnastics team, just the honors, the scholars, young ladies that's on campus? Who's going to protect them?
Yeah.
You had your AD, the athletic director, got canned. The football coach, Art Briles, resigned because he knew the shitstorm was coming. The president got fired. So you got two big names got fired, one resigned, and then you could sit up there at a game and say, slap them in the face, they don't want to send their daughter there? I wouldn't dare send my daughter to Baylor. Dare.
And it's supposed to be a Christian college.
Yeah, something like, yeah. So I think she was, I think some people get to the point, I say this at my job sometimes, with the supervisors. I tell them this. I tell them, okay, I know you want to protect the company. That's your job. That's what they pay you for. I understand that. But does that make you not a human being? Does it make you not a human being where you can understand where I'm coming from? You got a family just like I got one. So who are you just because you need these trucks out the door to tell me forget everything else on the outside or whatever, you got to do this or whatever. Man, stop it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody hurt themselves, oh, well, you could work through that or whatever. Like, you're going too far. And I think that she went too far, trying to protect the university instead of trying to protect the young ladies that's been assaulted.
Right.
What the hell is wrong with you? And then going to try to apologize for it because he came under scrutiny. And I'm so sick of people. I'm so sick of people trying to do these bogus-ass apologies. If you're going to say something like that, ride it out. That's all I got to say. Ride it out. Don't come with a little dumb apology because ain't nobody going to take you seriously. Nobody's going to take you seriously. You're apologizing because you've been told to apologize before you lose your goddamn job. You know what I'm saying? Because I bet you all them parents was like, what the hell is wrong with her? We enforcing violence, and she on the mic enforcing violence, and these young ladies been victimized. She's stupid. They needed to fire her ass anyway. Let a black woman have said that, she would have been out of there.
Oh, yeah.
They wouldn't have cared about no damn apology.
Well, they weren't even mad at Hugh, what you think about this?
Mine is short and sweet. I'm just sick of banner, period, man. It seems like they always under the limelight of doing something stupid. Because it's not the men's organization, it's the women's, basketball team, and it's just out of hand. But her for saying that, though, she should just get on her big girl draws and, like Jay said, ride it out. You put yourself out there like that. And I just felt like it was a disgrace for her to say those words. And to say that and really say it like she meant it, like it really meant something. Like I said, this is how I feel. I'm going to wear my, feelings on my sleeves. She's stupid for that. So she gets like a stupidity award for that. But, hey, that's what she said, and then, she should ride it out. I feel like now all she got to do is to try to help her reputation. It's already, we know people getting harmed in that school, and something needs to be done about it. They're sweeping it under the rug. They don't care as long as the, sports team's doing good. They just keep that quiet. But I feel like now she needs to step her game up, try to do a healing process right now, making herself be a better person, and to apologize to those women that she put under that scrutiny, too.
Okay, so she explained what she said. Okay, she said, she was tired of hearing the scandal being discussed by people that aren't involved in the investigation, that don't know anything about it. And that she said it's over, and she would still send her daughter to the school. Because the problem at Baylor is not just there, it's at every school in America, or any other school, college in America. That was her explanation for what she said. Then, a couple of days later, so she I guess somebody was like, "Hey, you messed up, right? You done messed up. You done went and lost the church's money, so you got to go and try and get some of it back." So she apologized, and she said, "I hate that I used the remark about punching them in the face. That was not literal. I was trying to make a point to be firm in what you are saying back at them. I'm not a violent person." What? She said, "I apologize for very, very poor choice of words." Then she said she did it out of emotion. She didn't know what she was going to say to the people. But she looked around and saw her players and the women and the girls in the stands, and she just wanted to get that off her chest. She said, "I spoke with a lot of emotion. You can't speak in public with emotion about a subject like this if you're not going to be considerate. Like, you smarter than, come on, you got to be smarter than a fifth grader. Like, you got to choose your words carefully." So then she says, "Not only do I sympathize with victims, I am angry about the way victims were treated at this university. Oh, okay. It is horrible, horrible anytime someone does not take care of a victim. Even one sexual assault is too many. Nobody is dismissing what happened here. I want us to get to the bottom of it. I am a woman, and I recruit women to come here. I will never, ever support anybody at this university that dismisses what happened to victims or who doesn't help victims.
She just dismissed
foot in the mouth.
Like, yeah, she got.
Really?
I think she got both feet in the mouth with a couple of hands, with her hands too.
Just like as a parent of a daughter that has been victimized by these players or people at the men on the campus, period, I'm supposed to be like, oh, well, you know what? I understand what she was saying. That's a good apology. No.
That was fucking the worst apology. Oh, my God.
Hey, come on, man. That's like you shoot somebody in the face. Oh, man, you know what? I surely shouldn't have pulled the trigger. I was coming with emotions, and I'm really sorry, and I feel sorry for other victims that get shot in the face. What? No. Like, you picked up the gun, you shot him in the face. That was it. That was what you did. You did it because that's how you felt. And like you said in the video, oh, she is, woo, she is so gung-ho. Like what's that the guy that was run for president, Dean. Every time he talked, he was like, woo, because she looked like she wanted to be like, knock him in the face, woo, like, come on, lady. No, you were so excited about what you were saying to come back and say, oh, no, pineapples. No, it wasn't me.
Right.
Like, no.
You said.
That was horrible.
Poor choice of words, ain't it? It's just a poor choice of words as saying the roof is the ceiling.
Right. Like, no, I really, like last week when we were talking about Jameis Winston, I really felt like that was poor choice of words on his part because, like I said, he's interacting with children, and the caller from last week had kind of put it in perspective. He kind of segregated this audience, and I don't think he did it on purpose. Like he wasn't in there to, you know what I'm saying, try to put little girls down. I don't even think he did it like that. I think he was just trying to get the young men to speak loud. You know what I'm saying? So his poor choice of words was girls supposed to be silent, and I really think he was saying they have soft voices. That's what he was trying to say, but his words were taken out of context, I think. And his apology was legit because he said, I use poor choice of words, and I see the error in that. You know what I'm saying? That I use the poor choice of words because it sounds bad. Like people get the wrong context from that. But this heifer right here, I mean, they need to get slapped in the face. Like, what? Because I don't want my daughter to get raped? What the hell? What the hell? It's women that's going through that whole debacle right now. Their families and everything. Still, exactly, Monique. Still going through it. And you're saying you're supporting the university. Go ahead.
No, I'm about to say some of the people, like stuff happened in like 2011, and they didn't get charged or nothing until like 2014. Like what is that? And that's when after so much was happening that they brought in an external investigation group to look into it. One report said that they had over 100 cases from 2014 to 2016 of sexual assault at Baylor.
Good grief.
And that's from somebody that used to work there that had to deal with that. That got the calls. She's the one that got the calls about it. And she's like, 2 years, I've got over 100 calls about this. But now ridiculous. I think the reason that it's so big is because it's sports. It's the football player or the soccer player or the tennis player or whoever it is. It's a sport. So now it makes it big things, which sucks because this regular guy out here doing it, but ain't nobody really looking into him because he's not You know, like was my rape any, or was my assault any less because it didn't come from a athlete,
sports player?
You know,
right.
Yeah, like
absolutely.
that's crazy, and that's ridiculous. That until it's somebody of stature on the campus, that's the only time it's important for somebody to look into it, and that's crazy.
And you think we're looking at colleges? I'm going to be here and I'm looking up certain colleges. I look up North Carolina. I look up Duke. I look up University of Texas. And I get to Baylor. And then I'm looking at stuff there and I'm seeing this much activity with sexual assault and stuff. Hell no, I'm not sending my daughter there.
Right.
And who are you to say you should slap them if they don't want to send their kids here to get raped? Like, what the hell? What kind of crap is that? That's pretty much what she said. They should stop
that's pretty
whining.
crazy.
It ain't even that bad. Y'all don't know all the details or whatever.
It's over. What you mean it's over? It's not over. Like, until 2016, people were still getting charged. What you mean it's over?
Exactly. These are open cases. I'm telling you, they should have reamed her ass at this fake ass apology that she made, because it's fake. It's fake as hell, and she did this to try to save face and credibility. If I was a young lady on her basketball team, I wouldn't play another minute for this woman. I wouldn't. I wouldn't pay another goddamn minute. Yeah, I wouldn't play it for her. She got to go. She got to go because she's not sympathetic, and ain't nobody take nothing she said out of context at all. Nothing. She said what she meant, and she meant what she said. Simple
Bottom
as
line.
that. Bottom goddamn line. And you going to come back 2 days later and try to cry. You crying because they told you your ass about to get fired. You're not crying because you sincere about, you know what I'm saying, your apology. Get out of here with that crap. She's supposed to be gone, and Baylor supposed to let her ass go. She's supposed to have a pink slip right on her desk. Clean it out.
Yep.
Get out. About to hire a black woman up in here.
But see, the thing is, why they're not going to do that because the team going to the Big Ten. Her team winning. So why would they get rid of her?
You talking about the
It's about winning. It's about bringing money to the school. That's what it's about. It's not really about the students. The students is money, but hey.
Yeah. You already know that.
A lot of sports teams rule the school.
She did what she had to do to make things right, because she knew if she didn't, her job would have been in jeopardy. But by her doing so good as a coach, like y'all was saying, too, that's the reason why they gave her that opportunity. Let it been a black coach who said something like that. So, man, they would have dismissed them. Yeah, you know, the guy, or if it was a woman coach, they'd have been like, we're sorry for Shirley Simpson's what she said, and we would like to dismiss her and let you know on our behalf we apologize for the words. You know, that that lady would even have her chance to even explain herself. They would have released a black coach if they said that, you know. So, yeah, for this to go on, you know, I didn't really think she was sincere neither. So I just really felt like Baylor as a school is under a lot of scrutiny, man. They need to sit back and relax or do something, man. You know, they need to start patching up a lot of the bad misdoings and misbehavior they've been doing, man, to even be considered relevant right now, because they were doing good at one point as, you know, getting their programs and stuff together and having a respectable school and organization as far as sports teams. But, man, they're really making themselves look bad right now.
And ain't nobody beating UConn anyway in the tournament, so get rid of her ass. Ain't nobody beating UConn any goddamn way.
I don't see it.
That's crazy.
All right.
This is all crazy. Idiot. But, yeah, let's stop talking about feet in people's mouths. Well, actually, I guess we want to keep the foot in the mouth or foot folded behind our back. Let's talk about Colin. Mr. Kaepernick. So, last season, he decided last year or whatever, he decided he was going to not stand for the national anthem. Because I'm assuming, he said, because of all the people that or nobody standing for them, and they're getting oppressed and all this other stuff. Well, now he's going to stand for that national anthem, put that hand on his chest, and sing a song. Now, is he doing this because he want a job? Was the reason he did it in the first place because he was not doing all that great and he needed something to keep his name out there so people wouldn't forget about him? Or there's so much that you can say about this that to me it don't make sense. But I'm going to start with y'all. So, James, go ahead. What you think about your boy Colin?
I'm gonna keep this short because I went, I went off on Kim Mulkey, but I think this makes Colin Kaepernick look bad, and the reason I think it makes him look bad is because he brought attention to himself with the whole, kneeling thing during the national anthem. He kind of brought awareness to the national anthem itself because people didn't know that it had that line in it, that third line about the, bringing the slaves back and all this crap or whatever. People didn't know that. So he brought awareness to that and all that stuff or whatever. But I feel like when you make a statement as big as this and then you get interviewed and you say you want to bring awareness to this cause, that cause, this cause, that cause, you got to ride it out until the wheels fall off. This is who I am. This is the person I am. I'm not standing for this no matter what. And if you're going to do it, then do it all the way. You see athletes from back in the day, like Muhammad Ali, Jim Brown, guys like that who fought, the guys who did the Olympics, who put up the the glove fist. You know what I'm saying? They didn't apologize for nothing. They didn't say, oh, we regret doing. No, they were proud of what they did. So now you're a free agent. Now I'm a free agent. I know teams may not want the publicity or whatever, so I'm gonna change my stance. And he also said that he wasn't going to do that. He wasn't going to stand for the national anthem again, or change what he does or whatever until awareness has been fully raised about the things he was kneeling against. Ain't nothing really changed. It's even gotten a little bit worse. So what the hell? I mean, I know he's been a charitable guy. He's given a lot of his money to certain causes and stuff like that. I get it, but he got to ride it out. And I feel like him retracting on that makes him look bad, and it makes his cause, him doing that, it makes him as a potential leader, it makes him look weak. So, all right, that's my take on it.
Hugh, what you think?
I don't think that helped him out at all because I felt like he was backing up everything he was saying last year when he said he was going to make the stand and he wasn't going to, stand up and put his hand over his chest or even, give recognition to the, national anthem. I looked at it and I said, well, that's pretty noble of him because now he's saying he's not doing it, but not only that, but he's backing up everything he said. He was donating for the right causes, and he was doing what he had to do to bring awareness to the black community. But for him now, I feel like it definitely hurt his stock in the NFL when he did that because the owner really wants to be in a situation with that. I feel like it was justice to him to do that, but now they're looking at it like it's injustice for him to even try to be on our team, and he might get punished for this too. Because he's not in San Francisco no more. He basically outside his contract to go into free agency. So that definitely can help his stock too for him trying to say, okay, I'm gonna back out of that now. I will stand and I'll do whatever it takes now because it's pay time. He's trying to get on an NFL team and he's trying to be relevant. But yeah, that really doesn't really make him look good though in the long term, because at the same time, you know, the gentleman who was in the Olympics who put up the black fist, and a lot of the other guys and athletes who in the 70s who did that and was trying to do it for the right cause, man, they didn't apologize for anything, you know. And a lot of people don't look at that and even understand that what he was doing could have made a difference if he wrote it out, because it's a lot of stuff going on right now. Like, we're not really getting treated with justice, and just a whole bunch of the things that's going on right now, period. And, you know, our country, man, him as a person who had the big screen or who had the attention, an athlete, you know, that could have went a long ways, you know, and it's just really crazy for him to not stand up for that. You know, I thought it was a good cause. He wasn't hurting nobody. But for now to bow out, it kind of made him look like a hypocrite, and he's not even backing up what he felt like he believed in. So, yeah, that took a lot of stock from him, if you ask me.
Yeah, so when I saw this topic was one, I was like, well, you know, I didn't really understand. I didn't know what he was sitting for at first. Like I said, I didn't think he had been doing all that good, so I just figured that it was, you know, a publicity stunt. Hey, this Black Lives Matter thing going on, so let me jump on that, and then I might get some more fans, and people root for me, and you know, maybe it hype me up, give me some confidence in something I can do better. Well, it didn't work. And so I was like, okay, he got to be trying to get a job. But if you can change how you feel because you want a job, then you didn't feel that way in the first place, to me.
Pretty much.
And if you say you're doing it because you think you did it because things were messed up, and now you're going to stand for the anthem because you think things gotten better, I want to know what he sees. What are you seeing where it says things have gotten better? You still hear about black people getting killed by cops for nothing. Like, come on, what was your whole purpose in the first place? Because it's not making sense. Like you said, if this season, regardless of trying to get a job or not, if he's still stuck to his guns. And I don't even think he needs to say nothing about standing or kneeling for the national anthem. What does that have to do with it? So, again, it takes me back to, what was your real purpose of doing it? Was your purpose just to get attention? And, you know what I'm saying? And now it's like, okay, well, I got attention, so let me move on to the next one. Like, I don't get it. He don't make sense to me. Like, some people might say, he cooning. Like, okay, well, the white people didn't really like that I was doing this in support of the blacks, and it got so much attention from all of these owners and all this. Let me embrace my other side and step back and stand up. He don't make sense to me. But hey, he might come to Detroit. Shoot, help out Matt. But so our last. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Go ahead, Jim. I was gonna say lastly that he should have just stuck to his guns, and I think that's the issue with a lot of our leaders, so-called black leaders today. That's why they got rid of Malcolm and Martin back in the day, because they didn't bow down to nothing. Even Martin Luther King, nonviolent self. Like, Martin Luther King got out of jail and was marching, like, the next day again.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like what's up? Like, I'm marching again. Who's going to let me out? You know what I'm saying? We already know how Malcolm was. Malcolm wasn't taking no shit from nobody. You know what I'm saying? So now we got these wimpy leaders that, we Black Power, Black Lives Matter, and all this stuff, but in reality, soon as something come out about them, or as soon as it's time to give up some money, I think I'm gonna stand for the anthem now, because I feel like, nah, man, stick to your guns, stick to them, and if they can't accept you for who you are and what you stand for, forget them. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like you having $25 million or something is a bad thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know we all want more money. You know what I'm saying? I know we all want more money. But, dude, you got money. You got some bread.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, be like, hey, I don't stand for this crap. You know what I'm saying? I'm not standing for it. And that's what I'm not going to do. So, don't sign me if you want. Sign me if you want. This is what you're going to get. So, yeah, man, I feel like it makes him look weak. It makes his, and like you said, Monique, it even makes it look like, why you even do it in the first place? Like,
right. If you can switch up because you need a job.
Yeah. Did you just want that attention? Yeah, I agree. I agree 100% with what you said, Monique. And I think sometimes people do stuff on the fly, and he probably did that on the fly because the Black Lives Matter thing was hot at the time, and he was under scrutiny at that point because, you know, right after that game, them microphones and them tape recorders was right in his face. They was like, hey, why you didn't stand for the anthem? We saw you on your knees. What happened? And he was like, damn, I got to come up with something. Black Lives Matter. That's why.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Then, you know what I'm saying? So then he had to give money and stuff like that to try to back his cause up. But then you void everything out when you, okay, I'm going to just, I'm going to stand now. Why? Why? He even went as far as to not vote.
What?
I mean, I understand where he was coming from. Yeah, I mean, I understand where he was coming from with the not vote thing. I don't believe anymore that voting does anything. So I understood where he was. I don't think it does. But I understood where he was coming from. I'm not against people exercising their right to vote because I feel like we all, you know what I'm saying, exercise our right to vote or not.
It's a choice.
I mean,
right. It's a choice.
It's a choice. You know what I'm saying? I don't think a person is bad or dumb or stupid for doing it, and I don't think a person is bad, dumb, or stupid for not doing it. You know what I'm saying? Some people feel like it works for them. Some people feel like it don't. Because I feel like a country that didn't want us here in the first place not going to give a shit if we write something down about our opinion of who we feel like is to be in office. They didn't want us here anyway. Why should they care now? They still don't want us here. So that's my stand on it. And in the Constitution, it's still put in the Constitution that they look at us as 2% human. So they go.
And they want every piece of the 2% we got too. Everything we do. Let's try and make this happen. Let's see if we can do this. Let's take this from them.
So
I just seen a Q message on here too, and Q basically thought that he thought it was time for him to basically, stop the cause because he said not because things got better, because it's no longer have the same effect. How do y'all feel about that?
Oh, I gotta read it. I'm reading now.
So I don't agree with that because I mean, how do you know if you stop? The thing is, like a lot of small things happen from that one thing he did. It sparked a lot. It did, but it's still happening. And if you were the driving force, your actions were the driving force, and you like, well, I gotta get this money. So I'm going to back up from this. It's like, wait a minute. Like, what you mean, though? You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
I'm saying, this is what I was talking about. I told somebody a while back that I was upset with Dr. Martin Luther King at one point because I felt like he shouldn't have took concessions and been happy with that. We should have kept pushing and pushing and pushing. You know what I'm saying? Just pushing more and pushing harder and whatever. Our unity back then was strong. it was very strong because we weren't as segregated as black people as we are now. Now we're really segregated. You know what I'm saying? Back then, I mean, you had your handful of people that were kind of against the civil rights movement, but now you'll barely get a person to back another person up. You know what I'm saying? When I be at work and I hear a supervisor, we already know what, you know what I'm saying, what's the nationality of the supervisor most of the time. But I hear a supervisor talking to an employee a certain way, I stand up for him. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't get that it ain't my business stuff. No. If you're doing something wrong to somebody got to stand up to you. We got to be together.
Yeah.
And I tell them the same thing in the union. In the union, we're strong in numbers. What they gonna do is everybody just be like, man, we taking an hour lunch break. Now what? What you gonna do? If everybody is on the same page and everybody just take an hour lunch break, what they gonna do? They can't fire everybody. You know what I'm saying? They gonna take that time to write everybody up? No. It's strength in numbers and it's power in staying together and, you know what I'm saying, working together. And I feel like this makes him look weak. I like Colin Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? I like what he actually did last year. But when you know what I'm saying, getting to a certain point in your career where you're a free agent and you thinking about, you know, okay, all right, I want to play football, blah, blah, whatever. But, dude, you brought awareness to a certain cause. Stick by it.
Well, he's standing up for the anthem like the Black Lives Matter people sat down. So, hey, I guess it was a trend. It was a hot thing to do, so everybody wanted to do it, and now it's not, you know.
And then I do agree what you had said right quick, Monique. You were saying that why he even announced that he was going to stand up. Like, dude, just...
What was the point?
Why? Just not stand the fuck up or stand up.
Right.
If you
do
want
it or
to,
don't do it, but don't announce it.
Right.
So it makes him look suspect.
Yeah. All right.
But since we're talking NFL, we're going to talk about the Combine. Now, do you think it's necessary that the Combine is necessary? Hugh?
I'm going to be honest with you. I just feel like they do that damn Combine to basically keep people in shape, you know. But a lot of them guys look at it, too, like it does boost people's stock, you know. We've seen it in the past, you know, on the show. But Terry Poe coming out of Memphis, you know, a lot of the people said they have him as a third, fourth round draft pick. And he came as a big dude in the 300 pounds, and he killed the Combine. That boosts his stock from being a third, fourth rounder draft pick to being an early first. Sometimes I feel like if you go there and you give it your all and you do a good job and you really woo the people who are there and you kill the competition, that helps with stock. I really feel like it matters. I really feel like that's just something to give you like a head start, to be honest with you, for your pro day, because that's what I really thought that you were going to be graded on in the first place. But the pro days are so far stretched from the NFL Combine that people want to go there and see what they have to do. It's just a scouting tactic to me now, you know, where people go in and they're like, well, let me go, let me do what I have to do, let me see what needs to be done and what they're expecting of me, and I'll just take care of that on my pro day. Will it affect some people or some players? Maybe. Will it affect them all? If you were already like a top pick as far as a running back, you know, cornerback, defensive end, whatever position you're playing, if you're one of the top 3 out of the 5 in that position, and you decide, hey, I don't want to do no competition at the Combine, I'm going to go ahead and I'll do it at my pro day, will that still mess up your stock? I don't think it will. I've seen quarterbacks who's supposed to have been the guy who didn't even throw because they felt like, man, I don't need to throw here, man. I do everything else but throw, and then I'll just throw on my pro day, and it didn't hurt their stock neither. So I look at it like it's just basically an early test or like something that they can look at to get them prepared and get them situated for their pro day. It affects some guys, like say, for instance, if I was the 4th or 5th round and I blew up the combine, maybe it'll help me go to an early 3rd, 2nd rounder, maybe a 1st. But for the most part, I feel like if you're already one of the guys who's going to be a top 1st, 2nd round pick, it might not do as much of an effect. It might help the guys who are in a lower stock of it, of the actual combine, and they don't feel like you a top echelon pick. That might help them to go in there and just tear it up. But for the guys who already have sure positions like, Jabril Peppers and a lot of the other athletes in there who they feel like going to be the top-tier guys, I don't really think that'll affect them as much. I just think it's a scouting tactic for your pro day, in all honesty. I don't really think it really matters if you're a good athlete or if you're one of the top guys in your position anyway. It's for the guys really, I feel like, who are trying to work their way into the early 2nd, 3rd, and going into the 1st round.
Okay. James?
We've had this conversation a while. I think it was a while back. And I know I wanted to kind of resurface and talk about it, mainly because I was watching a little bit of the combine the other day, and I'm just sitting there looking at it. And I just asked myself, I'm like, what's the point? The point of me watching this? Like, what's the point of these guys out here doing this type of stuff? And it's just basic workout stuff, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I really feel like a workout is a workout. You know what I'm saying? I ain't seen nothing different than what I saw in a game. And I think game films are number one. That's number one, I think. I do kind of agree with what you were saying, Hugh, about the how it can boost stock, and sometimes it can lower stock. Now, I've seen guys with great game film, great, in-game work or whatever, and they're not good, you know what I'm saying, they don't work out good. A lot of guys don't lift weights like other guys do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of guys don't practice on speed or that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's kind of, I don't know, I think it's kind of a waste of time, to be honest, just to sit up there and watch some guys just work out, lift weights, or whatever. I mean, it helps. Like I said, it helps some guys out, a workout thing. But at the end of the day, you still got to play a game. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if you fourth and fifth, if you 4th, 5th, 6th round talent, and you a good like you're a gym rat and you work out a lot, it may be like they may be like, oh man, he got quick feet or blah blah, and then somebody may take a chance on you in the 2nd round, and you might end up being a bust. You know what I'm saying? Just because you work out good don't mean you can play the game of football good. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like it's kind of misleading, and I do feel like if they want to keep the well, we all know they're gonna keep the combine, but I feel like they should add a little bit to it. Put some in-game situations on them. You know what I'm saying? Put a
maybe do scrimmages.
Not actually a scrimmage. Not exactly a scrimmage, but like if you have a defensive lineman, you working off the D lineman, put an O lineman in front of him. You know what I'm saying? Let an O lineman do block him or something like that. See how you get off the ball and that type of stuff. See his workout in that manner. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, when the quarterbacks are doing stuff, seeing somebody at them. You know what I'm saying? See how they throw the ball under pressure and stuff like that. You they don't simulate that type of stuff. That's what I'm saying. They don't simulate in-game pressure or how they read coverages or anything. They just see how they throw the ball certain routes. So I just, you know what I'm saying, I feel like it can be misleading. So that's why I say the combine is kind of, it's a little bit of some bullshit to me. Just a little bit. That's a tad bit.
Okay, so I was like, okay, the combine, whatever. What is it, right? So now I know that it's for the teams to see, like, okay, in order to get to the combine, you have to be voted on. So it's not just for people. Oh, that boy's fast. It's not just for any athlete. So you, like you said, you got to be about to be going to the draft, basically, to get there, right? So because I'm looking at it now, I'm watching NFL Total Access, and when I was watching some of it the other day, and I saw them like running routes and like you telling them where to go, like they're like right, forward, back, left, cut, and it's like, are they supposed to be? Are you just trying to see their footwork? Because in real football, you don't have the coach out there like, all right, go to the right, go to the left. I don't know. Like, I guess I agree with you, James, where it's like, what is the point? But then I was thinking, this is a chance for NFL teams to see these players individually and to see what their talent is in something that's a more personal experience with the players instead of just going to the games, and watching them play. I think it's an add-on to what they've already seen and who they've already looked at from just their games, period. I think it's an add-on as far as the convenience for the NFL and the players. But I don't think it's a waste of time. Like I said, it's an enhancement to what the NFL gets to see in different players. So
because they can play tricks on you too, though, Mo. Because we can explain
you
to
said what?
each other. We all know that a combine can play tricks on you too. As far as how they set it up from like the first rounders to the seventh rounders, because we've seen it, and I know you experience as well, because we are pretty good. We're huge fans of football. We've seen seventh-round picks be better than some of the bust or first-round picks.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't remember what Antonio Brown was. I think he was like a fourth, fifth-round pick. Richard Sherman was a fifth-round pick who, he always give it to your man Jim Harbaugh because he was saying he didn't think that he was as talented, and I know he always held that grudge against, Jim Harbaugh because he felt like he was missing some things. He thought he was still green at that position, and look how good Sherman's been playing. I feel like sometimes he gets exposed without Earl Thomas being here, but at the same time, some of the guys, when you just let them play, you're going to basically figure out who wants it and who don't want it, just period. But like you said, a lot of times that game film don't tell no lie, And when you go and work out in those combines, I just really feel like that's all it is keeping you in shape for the NFL teams. But for the most part, if a guy sit out and then do their pro day and they look good on their pro day, that's all people are looking for. But who say they're going to be a great player or are they going to be a bust, It depends on who won it for the most part. I feel like that just give us a little time or give us some time to still have a little bit of football in our system before they get ready for, like, the teams like the free agent frenzy and, guys going to different teams and building up the, relevance of the NFL until the regular season come back around.
Yeah. I kind of see what Monique was saying. Like, I guess I could look at it that way, Mo. Like the personal one-on-one thing. I can get with that. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it may be hard for some guys. Some guys come out of smaller schools, so they may not have as much game film. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. I get it. Yeah. Man. But I would like to see some improvements to it, though, where they can get some in-game situations there. I think it'll make it more fun to watch, too.
Yeah.
or you'll have instead of them running the 40 by themselves, you have certain like heat. You know what I'm saying? Where you say like 5 or 6 guys at a time and have them.
Yeah, make it competitive.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
because how people do things separately when it's a competition, they will do it differently. They want to be number one. You want to be the best, so yeah, they should do that.
Yeah,
that would make it better for the coaches that are looking and for the participants in it.
Those are like, points on the both of y'all.
Oh, that's what's up. So how long is the combine? Is it a week?
And it yeah, I think it's a week. Yeah, I think it's a week. I was about to say 3 days, but I'm like, that's the draft. Yeah, I think. Yeah, Hugh. I think the combine is a week, right?
Yeah, it's like they usually wrap up after a week, and then we get ready for like the free agency, and then, like you said, the 3-day draft.
Because the draft is in April, right?
What'd you say?
Yeah.
The draft is in April.
Mid-April.
Yes, ma'am. It's in April.
That's April 25th, I think.
Mm-hmm. Like going towards the end of April into May.
Yeah.
And then after that draft, we be getting for the training camps and OTAs, and yeah, they be getting us hyped, man, or trying to keep football relevant at the time. Which they do a good job of, so I can't really too much complain. Keeps them relevant year round.
Whew. We good show today, man. We wrap it up early, I guess. We are going to be talking about a little bit of the NCAA tournament next week, and hopefully we have some more hot topics for you guys. I know we're going to talk more NBA because it's getting close to the playoff season. So, and when is spring? When is it officially spring? March what? March 20-something? And then like.
I know
I think it's the end of March. March 20th.
Quit Googling stuff, Monique.
I'm just real smart. I'm just real smart. That's all. I know a whole lot. Google comes to me when they got questions. You know, Ask G, that was me. I just know a lot. That's all.
Whatever.
Hey, look. There's nothing wrong with Google.
All right, take us home, Monique.
All right, everybody. I want to say thanks for listening to me, Mo, James, and Hugh on Beyond the Bleachers on eblockradio.com. See you next week.
All right, y'all. Peace out.
Peace.